gentlemen, you are listening to Life Well Lived by Omobola Stephen. It's an engaging and enlightening talk show on life, relationships, and the business of life. Grab a cup of juice and just chill. Life Well Lived by Omobola Stephen. Live life. Live fully.
Hello, this is Omobola Stephen, the host of the Backstory with Omobola Stephen. On the Backstory with Omobola Stephen, we like to shed more light on what has not worked and what will make it work. We focus on government and politics with other subtopics like science and technology, society and culture, and also the environment. We know there are so many challenges that bedeviling the society today, especially the world. There's so many questions on the minds of so many people, and yet all the challenges that keep resurfacing, they've not yet been abated. Which way to go? What are some of the things we are doing right? And what are some of the things we need to start doing right? This is the mission and the focus of the Backstory to Omobola Stephen. We want to have disruptive yet constructive mindship conversations on these topics and how we can pivot the change that the world needs in general. Today, we'll be talking about AI and the future of business, now in terms of impact on science and technology. And I have Stefan Fehr, who is an AI pioneer and the founder of moderniqs.com. Welcome to the show, Stefan.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining me, Stefan. Happy to have you on the show and looking forward to you sharing your thoughts on these important topics for such time as this. The first question I'd like to ask is, how is AI really, how is it used in business?
How is it used in business? Well, yeah. So currently, currently the use case is something like Copilot, where you have okay. So the perception of people is things are getting faster now and things, automate and so on. But when you really look at work processes, AI is like doing a tiny bit of, let's say, a sales process a bit like a couple of 100% faster. But when you have like 100% of the sales process, maybe 5% now are 100% faster. So this is still a small bit, right? It's writing emails, it's analyzing data. That's pretty helpful. But yeah, the way it could be used today already is like way more powerful. So I give you an example. With our blog article generator, you could use ChatGPT to create a blog article. Yeah, but this is creating text. And then you tell it, create an image, please. And then you need a couple of images for the blog article to be good quality. And if you want to have a couple of images, it kind of takes multiple, please do again, please change this, the style is not good, and so on, right? And then you have, like, let's say 5 images, then you need to download them, you need to change the format, you need to reduce them in size, you need to upload them to your website, and so on. So it's like, so the process of creating a blog article is, well, hundreds of steps you have to do manually, right? Even if you use ChatGPT to write the text. And what we are doing is we're creating one-click solutions. So that basically means that you enter the headline, let's say best chicken teriyaki Amsterdam, and then you press create, and the system will create the images, the text, the headline structure, alternative image text, table of contents, like hundreds of things, and it'll upload it to your website as well. So a job that takes 4 hours with ChatGPT, you can do in 10 seconds. Yeah.
All right. Now, I'd like us to talk about the skills that is needed, or what skills do you believe is most important for professionals to cultivate in this era of AI driven future that we have now?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Okay, the question is, what skills do you believe will be most important for professionals to cultivate in an AI-driven future that we have right now?
I don't know. I think this is in the future, it's less about skills and more about attitude. So if you are somebody who likes to get into, learn new technology, then I guess, and you are curious. Curiosity is something is maybe the most important. With the skill set, look, um, well, we already kind of passed the stage, the stage where, good prompt engineering is needed, right? It used to be like, you can use AI really well if you're good at prompt engineering, for example. But with the new versions of AI, this is not really needed anymore, right? It's getting smarter. And so basically, the only really thing I believe you have to do is be open for new technology and adapt it. Yeah.
I'd like us to move to AI and also business, the marketing side. Consumers really, they value personal touch. And I believe that that's the beauty of campaigns, marketing campaigns. But on the flip side of it, if we come to look at it, AI is intercepting this effort. So how can marketers can begin to balance it?
Um, Look, I have to say, when it comes to marketing, what we are doing is a lot of inbound marketing, right? So we focus our business on looking for what people want, what Google wants, and then we're creating the highest possible quality content for. So when it comes to marketing campaigns, I've seen a lot of tools. I've seen I've seen recently that Salesforce is creating their, I don't know how they called it, but it's like a suite of AI agents, and they claim that they can handle the most complex sales structures now, and I guess this is including all the marketing campaigns and so on as well. So we are going to enter a phase where no matter how complex your marketing and sales process is, AI will be able to automate it quite easily. Uh, how to, how to personalize it? I mean, I guess you can. So that includes you feeding the system with your existing data, and the system is learning from it, right? And then I'm not sure if it's gonna be like a, like a kind of a real-time person looking. I'm not sure if we're quite soon going to have like campaigns where, you interact as if you would have a Zoom meeting, and but you don't interact with a human. You interact with an AI that looks like a human and knows everything you want and so on. I'm not sure.
All right. Thank you once again. So, Bill Gates, he shared his three biggest concerns about AI from Business Inside Africa on September 30. Now, we know that he's a self-described optimist about the future of AI. Now, I'd like to share the three major concerns of Bill Gates. Number one is that bad people with bad intent will use AI for cybercrime, bioterrorism, nation-state wars. Now, a second concern is about the fast rate of change that could lead to job losses. His third major concern is the loss of control. That is, the potential consequences of artificial general intelligence that surpasses human intelligence is reached. I hope I'm clear on those three major concerns of Bill Gates, but I'd like you to share your own thoughts on those.
Well, so when it so so we create one-click solutions. This means, just to compare, it used to take around 20 hours to create a high-quality blog article, right? Now with ChatGPT, you kind of still need 4. With our tool, you need 20 seconds. So that when you or maybe 10, it's like, it kind of depends. Sometimes a minute, but, So I give you an example of a podcast host. You can take the transcript of your podcast episode and put it into our system and have a headline created via ChatGPT, for example, or 10 headlines. And then you paste the headline in, you paste the transcript in, and you press create, and the system will create an extremely in-depth, high-quality blog article. So it's like a 10-second work kind of thing, right? Or maybe 20. And so that basically means when you compare this is technology that is already today existing. Our tools are 1,000 times more efficient than an employee that is trained on using ChatGPT. So what does that mean? That means potentially, if you would have a company with 5 employees, you could probably create as many high-quality blog articles as the rest of the world combined. Which I believe. So here's the point with the progress. So Bill Gates says the progress is going to be too fast. Look, when you look at educational systems, retirement systems, I'm saying this all the time since 2 years. Our whole world, like government, it's all very slow moving, right? It takes years, it takes decades to change. And we are entering a world where it needs to change in months, then in weeks, then in days, then in hours, then in minutes, and then in seconds, right? So I totally agree with Bill on the front of progress should be extremely limited and very thoughtfully planned, like the next steps, very, very slowly, thoughtfully planned, because all our systems are not made for instant change all the time, right? So I see this as an extreme big problem. And then the third one you said, I don't remember. Can you repeat the first one?
Yeah, the first one is bad people with bad intent.
Yeah.
They're going to use AI for cybercrime, bioterrorism, and then nation state wars.
Well, yeah, I don't want to print a too dark picture, but this is true. I mean, I could go into detail, but with the latest version of OpenAI's 01, if that's going to be hacked and stolen, that'd be bad, because this system has too much capability already. So yeah, we hope that that doesn't work. That will not happen. Let's say it like that. The third one was getting it out of control, and this is the same, right? It's the same thing like the second one. It's like, how can you manage the progress? It's just too fast, right? We might enter an age. I'm not sure when this will be. It might be that it's coming soon. I don't know, where we would need just picture this. Picture that because of the rate of progress, we would need to make changes to US politics, for example, every second. So that means that all the politicians need to agree on issues every second, and it needs to be realized. So how is that going to work? It's not going to work, right? So yeah, I agree with Bill on all 3 points. It's very, we invent something and then we distribute it, but we don't know how to deal with it.
Absolutely. So that rightly means that we can talk about the challenges that AI poses at the end of the day. And I think that this is some of the challenges that we are talking about. Whether we like it or not, it brings the good side of it. But the other side of it is not something that we can be able to manage at the end of the day. So we're just looking for ways for how we can be able to balance these changes, or to be able to embrace these changes at the end of the day. Now, you support AI's positive impact while raising awareness about its ethical considerations. Through your own blog, you have a blog that does that. I'd like us to talk about, emphasize you about the ethical considerations. What do you mean by that, or what are you talking about?
Well, well, look, for example, with oh, sorry, with our tool, look, with our tool, you could potentially so I give you an example. Let's say you are an Asian restaurant, right? And you want to have a blog article for every dish on your menu. So you can just, enter the headline best chicken teriyaki Amsterdam, press create, and it'll be created. This is not really a problem. If you enter, if you but what the AI there does is it's kind of taking existing knowledge and produces a copy, right? So in this case, I don't see an ethical issue, to be honest, right? We're talking about food. Maybe they want to produce a recipe or something. So, but when it comes to copying whatever music texts or something, right? You could potentially do this quite easily with a tool like that as well. I always like I, I it's like if you want to have visitors coming to your website, which is kind of like the main goal of our tool, then you should definitely always create something that is unique, which means you need to not just enter the headline, but enter your expertise, background information. Like, for example, the transcript would be good, sir. Like a podcast transcript would be good because it explains everything in very high detail, and then the AI can produce something very unique, and that'd be working good. And also, so for example, if you would now take the transcript of our episode and put it into our system and have like 10 different headlines and want to create 10 different blog articles with it, I don't see an ethical issue there because the content is like yours, right? And the transcript is yours, so that's fine. But if you copy somebody else's work, yeah, it's not so good.
Thank you, Stephen Fehr, for sharing your thoughts on today's show. Do you have any exciting news? You think it's going to be super beneficial to my audience, or you have any projects that you think you would like my audience to learn about? You can do so now.
So I didn't know about Mr. Beast up until the beginning of this year, and I got very inspired. So what we're doing now is we're trying to minimize. So it's like the blog article we create is like a lot of work, a lot of automation. It's like many steps, and so therefore it's quite expensive. But we're trying to reduce the cost of it so that we can give away more than one free article a month. Currently, it's one, and we're trying to get this up to 10 for startups and small businesses so that they can get their first customers in without paying anything, and then when they see, all right, there's customers coming in because the tool is working well, then they can purchase more credits and scale it up quickly. So this is kind of our main project right now, is like trying to get the app, the cost down and the quality still up, so that we can give away more for free. Yeah.
Good
But
to know
currently
that.
it's one.
Best of luck.
Sorry. Currently it's one free article a month. So, and that doesn't take any time. So everybody that is not blogging, you should blog once a month so Google sees that there's something happening with your company. Yeah.
Great. Good to know once again, Stephen. And now you can share your website and your social media handles. My audience would like to learn more about what you offer.
That's moderniqs.com.
Okay.
And I'm everywhere on social. So I'm on LinkedIn as Stefan Fehr, and on X and on Facebook, and Modern IQs is on LinkedIn and on Facebook, and yeah.
Right. Thank you once again, Stephen Fehr. You're an AI pioneer and also the founder of Modern IQs. .com. We'll be talking about how AI is used in businesses. We talk about the challenges. And now we can always see the good side of AI at the end of the day, because it has come to make life much easier when we come to embrace this change indeed. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and your expertise on the show. My audience and I really wish you the best of luck in all the projects that you embark upon, Stefan.
Thanks for having me.
Now, if you'd like to catch up with any missed episodes of The Backstory with Omobola Stephen, you can catch up on any cross-promotion platforms or any podcast distribution platforms online. Just search for The Backstory with Omobola Stephen, and you have a great time as you listen to professionals share their thoughts and insights on topics or subjects on the government and politics, society and culture, science and technology, and the environment. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining me once again, Stefan. That was a good show we had.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode.